Hello, and welcome back to the Shadow English Podcast. My name is David.
And I'm Emily. We are so excited you've decided to join us today to build your English-speaking confidence.
We have a fantastic topic today, one that everyone can relate to. We're going to have a conversation about a recent holiday.
That's right. But here's a question for you, our amazing listeners. Has this ever happened to you? Someone asks, "How was your holiday?" And your mind goes blank. You just say, "It was good."
I think that happens to everyone. It was good is a fine answer, but it doesn't really start a conversation, does it? It's a conversation stopper.
Exactly. So today, we're going to show you how to have a full, natural, and interesting conversation about a trip. You will learn the questions to ask and the phrases to use to share your experience.
This is your chance to move beyond "it was good" and start having real, confident conversations. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Okay, so to get us started, I'm going to pretend I haven't seen Emily in a while, and I heard she just got back from a trip. So I will start the conversation.
And I will answer. This is a great model for you to listen to and shadow. Let's go.
Hey, Emily, it's great to see you. I heard you were on holiday recently. How was your trip?
Hi, David. It was fantastic. Thanks for asking. I had such a wonderful time.
That's great to hear. Where'd you go?
I went to the mountains in Austria for a few days. It was a nice little break from the city.
See? Let's pause there. I started with simple, friendly questions. How was your trip? And where did you go? These are the perfect way to open the conversation.
And my answer was also simple but positive. I said, "It was fantastic," instead of just "good." This shows more energy and invites the other person to ask more questions.
Okay, so Emily went to the mountains in Austria. Now, I want to know more about the place. I can ask a follow-up question. Emily, what was it like there?
Oh, it was absolutely beautiful. The weather was perfect, a little cool but sunny, and the views were just breathtaking.
Breathtaking. That's a wonderful word. What does it mean?
It means something is so beautiful and surprising that it almost stops your breathing for a moment. Imagine seeing a huge, beautiful mountain for the first time. That view can take your breath away.
I see. So the views were breathtaking. What about where you stayed?
We stayed in a small, cozy cabin. It was very peaceful and quiet. Every morning, I woke up to the sound of birds.
That sounds so relaxing. Notice how Emily used descriptive words like beautiful, breathtaking, cozy, and peaceful. These words paint a much clearer picture than just saying it was nice.
Now that we've talked about the place, the next logical topic is activities. What did I actually do there?
Exactly. So my next question would be something like, that sounds lovely. What did you get up to during the day?
What did you get up to is a very natural, common way to ask, "What did you do?" It's a great phrase to remember.
So, Emily, what did you get up to?
Well, we did a lot of hiking. We went for a long hike almost every day. The trails were amazing, and the air was so fresh. In the evenings, I just relaxed with a good book.
It sounds like you really managed to unplug.
Yes, I definitely unplugged. That's another great expression. It means I disconnected from my phone, from emails, from the internet. I just enjoyed the moment.
That's the best kind of holiday. So listeners, When talking about activities, you can say, I went for a hike. I visited museums. I spent time at the beach. Or I unplugged and relaxed.
Okay, no conversation about a holiday is complete without talking about one very important thing.
And what is that, David?
The food, of course. People love to hear about the food. So I would ask, did you try any of the local cuisine? How was the food?
An excellent question. And yes, I did. The food was delicious. It was very hearty and traditional.
Ooh, tell me more. What was your favorite dish?
I think my favorite was something called Kaisersmarrn. It's like a fluffy, shredded pancake served with fruit compote. It was so sweet and yummy. I had it for lunch after a long hike.
That sounds incredible. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
See how talking about a specific dish makes the story more personal and interesting? Instead of just saying, the food was good, I shared an experience. You can do this too. Think about one special meal you had on a trip and describe it.
So far, my trip sounds perfect, right? But conversations are more realistic when you talk about the highs and the lows, the best parts, and maybe some small problems.
That's a great point. To ask about the best part, I could say, what was the highlight of your trip? The highlight is the best or most memorable moment.
The highlight of my trip was probably reaching the top of a mountain on our longest hike. We could see for miles. The breathtaking view was my reward for all the hard work.
What a fantastic memory. Now, to make the conversation more balanced, I could ask, did everything go smoothly, or were there any challenges?
That's a good, polite way to ask about problems. And actually, there was one small issue. On our last day, it poured with rain.
Oh no, what did you do?
We couldn't go hiking, so we just stayed in our cozy cabin, played cards, and drank hot chocolate. So it poured with rain, but it was still a lovely, relaxing day.
That's a great example of how to talk about a small problem without being negative. It makes your story more real and relatable.
We've talked about the place, the activities, the food, and the highlights. Now, let's talk about feelings. How did the holiday make you feel? This is a really important part of sharing an experience.
It is. It connects you with the person you're talking to.
So I might ask, it sounds like you had a wonderful time. How do you feel after a trip like that?
That's a great question. I feel completely recharged. Before the trip, I was feeling a bit tired and stressed from work. But now, I feel refreshed and full of energy. It was just what I needed.
Recharged and refreshed. Those are two excellent words. Recharged is like charging a battery. Your energy was low, and now it's full again.
Exactly. So, when you talk about your holiday, try to share your feelings. Did it make you feel happy, relaxed, excited, or recharged? It adds a personal touch to your story. Okay, we are near the end of our conversation. A common way to wrap up a travel chat is by asking for a recommendation.
Right. I've heard all these great things, so now I'm curious. I would ask, so would you recommend that destination to other people?
Oh, absolutely. I would definitely recommend it. If you are someone who loves nature, hiking, and quiet places, then it's the perfect holiday destination.
Who would you not recommend it for?
Good question. If you are looking for nightlife, shopping, and a lot of excitement, it's probably not the place for you. It's very calm and all about nature.
That's a very helpful recommendation. It's specific and clear. Giving a recommendation is a great way to end the conversation on a positive and helpful note.
Okay, everyone, you have listened to our entire conversation. You have done an amazing job. Now, let's quickly review some of the key questions and phrases so you can use them yourself.
To start the conversation, you can ask, "How was your trip?" or "Where did you go?"
To ask for more details, you can say, "What was it like?" or "What did you get up to?"
Don't forget to ask about the food. Did you try the local cuisine?
And for the highs and lows, you can ask, "What was the highlight of your trip?"
And to finish up, you can ask, "Would you recommend it?"
Now, let's practice shadowing just a few lines. Repeat after me. It was absolutely beautiful.
The views were breathtaking.
The highlight of my trip was the food.
I feel completely recharged.
You can go back and listen to our conversation again, pausing and repeating the sentences. This is fantastic practice for your speaking muscles.
And that brings us to the end of our lesson. Today, we showed you how to have a confident, natural conversation about a holiday. Remember the goal, to move beyond, "It was good." You now have the questions, the vocabulary, and the phrases to share your experiences in a much more interesting and detailed way. The next step is for you to practice. Find a friend, a language partner, or even just talk to yourself in the mirror. Tell the story of your last holiday, real or imaginary.
Every time you practice, you are building your fluency and your confidence. We know you can do it. You've already taken the most important step by being here and learning with us today.
Thank you so much for joining us. We are so proud of your effort. Until next time, keep practicing and have fun with your English.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy travels.